for the position of Lord Mayor on the Noob Party ticket following the departure of Latif Sebagala, who threw in a towel last week after winning the party ticket. Nabila, who jumped into the race for the Noob Party ticket at the last minute, was contesting against the party hopeful Kudra Sali, and after a vetting process by the Party Electoral Commission, Nabila Nagai Sempala was announced the winner of the party ticket.
With the powers vested in me as the chairperson, Election Management Committee, I hereby declare Nagai Nabila as the winner of this
platform. Has vetted me and have emerged the successful candidate.
For Nabila, who was rejected and denied for the Forum Democratic Party Change party ticket, this was a sigh of relief. While speaking to journalists after the party nomination, Nabila revealed that she is standing for a mayor to rid the capital city of chaos and politicking.
Abajja nkumpi bali bagakunga jambo ne lwaki ngekibiina kyange nzize kusaba kaadi nga bwe nzize wano lwale kyenasanga mu pate gye nakolerera gye nsavinze efunye ssente zange nze alina ettaffaali ku headquarter y'enajja nankumpi nayisibwanga omuntu omuyise.
She also revealed that the FDC party lost a formidable and worthy leader in her.
Kiringanga okugamba nze emyaka 15 bwe buba bufumbo ngimaze mu FDC n'abaana bangi. Niyo omusajja teyagibala egyo n'ampisa bubi kati envuumulo gye yavudde envuumulo ya NUP pate y'abavubuka pate empya pate erina ebirowoozo ebipya ebisobola okuzimba Uganda gye yavudde.
Kudra Sali, on the other hand, revealed that he will not take the loss lying down, revealing that he will return to contest as an independent candidate.
Singa vetting committee esobola okuntangaza ku buti omulumulu obutondono ne mulukunyizaamu ng'omuntu era Nabila baba mpangudde so kikize bwekyo democracy bwetu babeera ne Museveni singa bapangudde naye akkirize singa babwena bangudde abantu Museveni.
Nabila's win and acquisition of the National Unity Platform ticket means that if she's nominated by the Electoral Commission, she will contest against NRM's Daniel Kaziwe, also known as Ragadi, and the current Lord Mayor of Kampala, Elias Lukwago. Sarah Nakandi, ACTV Select News.
Well, I welcome you back from that report. Now, moving on, the National Resistance Movement Party is set to reorganize the primaries in the regions where election malpractice was exposed. This comes after many petitions piled the Party Electoral Commission calling for reconsideration.
According to the chairman of NRM Electoral Commission, Tango Doi, among the many areas where there is going to be re-election is the Tororo region in Budama West. Now, the re-elections will all begin on the 30th of this month, and this comes after the many petitions in these areas.
LOC 5 elections. The lawyers had a petition by one of the contestants and nullified elections in West Budama. So we are going to repeat Tororo LOC 5 elections on 30th September. Mawogola North constituency on Wednesday, 30th September, without fail. Mawogola West constituency, 30th September. And I want to call upon the people of Mawogola that this is the last chance for them to have primaries. If they disrupt the primaries as a result of their violent situations, we shall not hold another primary there. If there is violence in Mawogola North, tomorrow, because we shall be there, and we judge that the situation is not good for an election, because people are beating others instead of canvassing for votes, we shall call off that election and the party will not have flag bearers. The Commission is currently returning results of Mbale City woman representative to Parliament. It has taken long, but it's good we take long and come up with something accurate. Mbale City woman member of Parliament Butaleja District Woman Member of Parliament is complete. We've finished returning. Butemba County Constituency in Chankwanzi, we've finished. Kayunga District Woman Representative to Parliament, we've finished returning. Mwenge North Constituency, we are going to start. We shall use the same process of register and members of NRM who don't belong, who are not on the register, to be scrutinized by the village committee. We are going to scrutinize and use the register which exists, but with also the advice of the chairman of the party to allow members who are not on the register as long as they are scrutinized by the village committee. Security is guru.
Well, I welcome you back from that report. That was the Electoral Commission NRM Chairperson, Dr. Tangu Doi, discussing on how the Electoral Commission of that party is going to reorganize elections for election primaries in various areas where malpractice was observed. Now, moving on from that report, still in the NRM, the ruling party. Well, commissioning the NRM task force that is responsible for campaigning for President Yoweri Museveni in the coming 2021 general elections in Kasokoso. Kira municipality residents have asked government to first tackle issues at hand, including poor roads and unreliable electricity that has caused them losses.
Now, Edith Nawagereka has the details to that story. Let's take a look.
C5 elections.
In a meeting that was attended by the several local leaders, while speaking to some of the residents, poor roads and electricity are some of the challenges affecting them. The resident district commander Chila Municipality Isaac Kaunao, he said he's aware of the problems affecting the residents and prayed to have them solved.
The population is very high. Many people are here. So I have talked with the Umeme people. I have talked with all directors, but we are now in the process. In 1 month, they are going to give all of the Kasokosa with so many transformers so that people can work and then work, most especially those works which need power, like saloons, like weldings, and even those the saw milling machines. They are going now to work very well here in Kasokosa. Later, Hajat Misa Kabanda, head of the NLM Task Force Kampala Central, commissioned a book where all those interested in campaigning for the president shall be written.
Gwalabyeko mwana bino ebitabo bya database yange byenkozesa okuba nti nonya akalukaki kamuzeeyi nzeteekamu abantu ne mbawandiika neteekamu n'essimu zaabwe ne namba zaabwe nja kubasaba tukole ki tukijjuze bwe kigenda bwe kijjula mu lunaku lumu nga mujjanga mbakola ki nga mbawa ekirala.
Edith Nabagereka, STV Select News.
Well, I welcome you back from that report. Still in the political realm, we do move on from NRM to FDC party that has asked the Electoral Commission to issue clear guidelines on how campaigns are to be conducted in the forthcoming general elections.
Now, according to Forum for Democratic Change, the Electoral Commission has not done enough to ensure that the elections run smoothly.
While addressing journalists at the FDC party headquarters, party spokesperson Ibrahim Uganda requested the Electoral Commission to issue clear guidelines on how campaigns should run.
The Electoral Commission to quickly tell us how they want specific campaigns to be conducted. If you are going to allow meetings, what sort of meetings at what level? Are they going to be village meetings? Are you going to allow all the agents? Say that candidates can prepare, because the moment you nominate, the next thing is for you to begin campaigns, naming campaign teams, and to hit the road. But with no clarity, maybe they have left it to every individual candidate.
According to Uganda, the Electoral Commission has failed to regulate security agencies, especially the police, who are constantly invading party meetings and gatherings.
People going to nominate in Wakiso are reporting at midnight. Others are sleeping there to go and take numbers in the queue. NRM people are not following this queue, many of them. So the moment you come and you're NRM, you simply go in,
FDC also condemned the irregularities that were exposed during the recent local government nominations in the different parts of the country. However, Electoral Commission spokesperson Paul Bukenya had this to say in response to the claims.
Toyinza government nno tetuvangayo ku ngeri ki yerigenda kunoonya mu kalulu. Ekyo kimanyiddwa mpozi mu kiseera kino omulamu gwaffe tugutadde ku kusunsulamu abaagala okwesimbawo. So bwe tuba tusomesa ate ku kwesimbawo ate tetusobola kutandika kwogera ku nnaku za kulonda.
The Forum for Democratic Change Party is also in the process of finalizing its joint party campaigns for the position of party flag bearer for the 2021 presidential polls between the two aspiring candidates, Patrick Boy Amoriat and Waswa Birigwa. The party also sent out their condolences to the family of former Kampala mayor, the late Alhaji Nasantege Sebagala, who recently passed on.
On behalf of the FDC, we would like to express our deepest condolences to the family of Agina Santege Sebagala upon his demise. Our condolences also to the nation, because Sebagala was being shared between his family and Uganda. Sebagala will be remembered for inspiring the urban poor and the uneducated to participate in elections, in determining who their leaders should be.
Shamira Nagawa, STV Select News.
We move away from politics to other news. Now, property worth billions of shillings has been destroyed in a fire that gutted VITAFOAM mattress factory in Jeru Municipality, Boyikwe District on Monday.
At around 9:30 a.m., workers saw a sudden fire from one section of the factory.
VITAFOAM on fire, reporting live from outside the gate. Factory. We can't tell what has really caused this.
And other equipment have all been destroyed in the fire, and police and Uganda People's Defense Forces fire brigade units responded promptly to put out the fire that had quickly spread to the entire building.
Yeah, and this has been, of course, a very hectic season, considering the flames that we've seen here and there. The inferno season still rages on, starting from Makerere University to the bus that caught fire. That was on the COVID-19 patients who were being transported that caught fire, among other incidences in a very short span. Well, you will allow us to look at our top stories tonight on Select News, and we shall do that right away.
On the top stories tonight, Nabira Nagai Sempala handed flag for mayorship on the NUP ticket, expresses excitement. EC slaved on the job. FDC blames electoral body for failing to conduct a smooth local government election. Fire guts VITAFOAM factories in Jeru. Billions worth of property destroyed. In more news, National Social Security Fund NSSF announces annual interest rate at 10.7%. In the world of sports, ARUA Hill Sports Club signs new GAFFER.
Hey guys, you're watching STV. Select for fun.
The Electoral Commission has appointed the 21st of September to the 1st of October 2020 as the period of conducting nomination of candidates for Local Government Council's election 2021. The nomination shall take place at the following venues during weekdays beginning at 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. on each of the appointed dates. The categories for nominations include district or city chairpersons and councillors. This will take place on the 21st of September to the 1st of October at district headquarters. Municipality or city division chairperson and councillors. These will be conducted on the 21st of September to the 1st of October at district headquarters. Sub-county, town/municipal division chairpersons and councillors. Nominations will be conducted on the 21st of September to the 1st of October at county headquarters. All persons aspiring to contest in the local government council's elections are urged to familiarize themselves with the requirements for nominations of each elective position nomination as outlined in the guidelines issued by the Electoral Commission. Aspiring candidates can collect copies of the nomination forms and guidelines from the District Electoral Commission offices in each district across the country, or obtain soft copies of forms and guidelines from the Electoral Commission website www.ec.or.ug.
Abalamuzi babagamba if the incumbent president frustrates all democratic means omuntu n'omukutwiza this is why basically is released. Museveni ekibi kyalina talina mawulire nawandika n'ekitabo kyange the role of which could have been a malicious society sapule njijjamu
noyingire sabo
katonda wa bujja nze katonda w'obujja bw'oba olaga eri sapule twekitwala omusajja omubbi bamujja ewuwe ewaka kabanga lyezi ne bamujja ewuwe ewaka yabadde mu ttooyi naye tebamukiriza na tusanatayizi bamutadde butese mu piikaavu ba mu state house naye omukyayina bwe yawulidde nti ono bamukutte yeesize kiwi yayitiddeko yadduse ng'omuddugavu.
Hey guys, you're watching STV. Select for fun.
More news. The Electoral Commission is set to start verification of supporters for nomination of presidential candidates, and it has set up a team to handle this particular task. And supporters for the nomination of presidential nominations come 2021 presidential elections. The verification team will start its work on the 28th day of the month of September 2020.
Now we spoke to the chairperson of this commission in line with this conversation, and this is what he had to say.
According to the spokesperson of Electoral Commission, Paul Bukenya, activities have already started for presidential race, and at least 82 aspirants have already expressed their interest to vie for the biggest office in the land, with 9 ladies also joining the race.
We advised aspiring presidential candidates to return their documents, their supporter forms, 2 weeks before nominations, that is by 16th of November. And now we've guided further that they can actually start now to bring them in, starting today. So we've set up teams here at the Electoral Commission with computers which are loaded with the data that is needed, and the program which helps us in verification of supporter signatures, and we are ready to start. 82 persons collected nomination forms and supporter forms. They include 5 political parties and 9 female aspirants. So we think that they've been going around collecting supporter signatures.
Bukenya also adds the Electoral Commission is encouraging aspirants to start verification for supporters for nomination for better preparations and clarification.
And start. And it is very important because those are big volumes. 100 signatures from 98 districts of Uganda is quite a job to handle. If you bring them close to nominations, what if you have a problem with one of the districts? What if you are not able to complete the verification exercise? You may miss out on nominations. So this process is to enable smooth conduct of the nomination phase.
The nomination for presidential aspirants will take place on 2nd and 3rd November, and so far political parties such as National Resistance Movement, National Unity Platform, Democratic Party and Uganda Ecological Party have already expressed their interest to participate in the elections. Hasif Sachunga, STV Select News.
Well, I welcome you back from that report. Now, that was the spokesperson of the Electoral Commission, the electoral body, and Paul Bukenya was clarifying on a few issues that have emerged in the local council elections. We shall go for a short break and we'll come back with more on Select News. Just keep it there.
Abalamuzi babagamba if the incumbent president frustrates all democratic means to leave power, temusibayo muntu n'omukutwiza this is why Besigye is released. Museveni ekibi kyalina talina mawulire. Nawandika n'ekitabo kyange the role of which could have been a malicious society sapule njijjamu
noyingire sabo
katonda wa bujja nze katonda w'obujja bw'oba olaga eri sapule twekitwala omusajja omubbi bamujja ewuwe ewaka kabanga lyezi ne bamujja ewuwe ewaka yabadde mu ttooyi naye tebamukkiriza na tusanatayizi bamutadde buteesi mu piikaavu ba mu state house naye omukyayina bwe yawulidde nti ono bamukutte yeesize kiwi yayitiddeko yadduse ng'omuddugavu.
Hey guys, you're watching STV. Select for fun.
To this moment. Now moving forward with our report, last week High Court on Twed Towers held a session that involved Chivalama, the former NUP chairperson who turned his back on Robert Chagulanyi.
Now National Unity Platform supporters who were restricted from attending went heads-on with police, fighting to get their way through into attending court sessions.
As the Minister of Internal Affairs is still in preparations of reopening of borders in the country as earlier directed by the President in his recent speech, today the spokesperson for the Minister of Internal Affairs, Jacob Sminu, while addressing the media at the Uganda Media Center on the issue of borders, says persons allowed to use the borders are those certified with their certificates showing that they were tested for COVID-19.
To tourists, effective 1st October 2020. Tourists returning Ugandans, and he said business people will follow the same procedure where you are expected to arrive with results, COVID-19 negative results, indicating you have at least taken 72 hours.
He has also elaborated the measures which the foreign students will use to study in the country.
We also have schools opening soon and candidate classes will resume school. So we have foreigners who study in Uganda, and to study in Uganda you need a student's pass. We shall resume processing of students' passes. We had halted because schools were closed, and processing of students' passes will also resume.
Last week, NUP supporters were seen struggling with police. Now, the spokesperson of police, Fred Enanga, says 2 people were arrested and will be charged for beating up police and interfering in their work. Enanga also says more investigations are still going on the fire that caught at Makerere recently. Enanga says at the moment they are on the hunt of 2 cleaners of this building.
Some very little update on the double blaze at Makerere University. We want to inform you that we have recorded several witness statements from the staff at Makerere University, and I want to inform you that the investigations so far are progressing well. We managed to...
Maria Dana Namiro, STV Select News.
Well, welcome back from that report. Moving forward, some Ugandans living in the slums of Waise have today joined the rest of the world in celebrating the International Day of Safe Abortions.
Now, safe abortion are still a common problem among young women in Uganda and are still leading cause of maternal mortality.
On the 28th September each year, the world celebrates the International Safe Abortion Day, a day that calls for the decriminalization of abortion worldwide. Countries like Uganda today join the international celebrations with organizations like the Tustukiremu group from Waisi, a Kampala suburb, which this morning held prayers for the young mothers who lost their lives in the process of abortion.
We've seen so many young girls getting pregnant.
According to Stefan Serumaga, a counselor in charge of health in Kawempe Division Pornography, excessive consumption of media and ignorant parents is the leading cause of unwanted pregnancies and abortions among his children.
Many media, whatever, WhatsApp, pornographic, whatever. So our children are really spoiled because of those things. And the parents are not doing their role to guide their children. To the extent that some parents even go ahead of buying expensive gadgets for their children to enable them access these funny things either on media or any form of communication. So that's why I'm saying parents are not doing their role.
Serumaga also says that during this time and age, parents should take the full responsibility of raising their children to lead them on the right path.
Not played their role. You know, we have a thinking that children belong to the government, but it is in this season we have recognized that children belong to either the father or the mother. Children belong to their parents because the whole community is not bothered to take care of the children, which wasn't the case.
Poverty has also been attributed to as the leading cause of abortions among young women. Ronald Kavuma, the programs officer of Tustukiremu, says that they are now working tooth and nail to help the people who have faced abortion-related complications.
Okusinga kuli ku resources envelope yaffe ntono kubanga emirimu egisinga gye tukola badona bakama baffe bali abavujirize batuteekamu ssente.
Adiat Nambaja, Ramla Katumba, STV Select News.
Well, as we move on with election stories, elections are coming closer to us, and now the mayors of these particular elections are promising things to people down. And we're going to look at a story where Maria Diane spoke to them and the promises that they're saying they will do come 2021.
Now, all this transpired in Namirembe. We'll take a look.
While at Namirembe Nomination Center, some people look tired and sleepy. Speaking to some of the contestants, they assured us how they will come out as victors. Some have pledged to deal with the issues of garbage collection.
Twagala kuddayo tuddemu twesimbewo kuba speaker tuwangule tubukozese okutumbula embeera z'abantu mu Lubaga. Otunulira Lubaga nga bweyimiridde naffe ekitundu kyaffe emyala enguudo kasasiro twagala kulaba nti tulongoosa ebintu ebyo.
Speaking to Patrick Njuchi, aspiring for the Lord Mayorship LC3 Kabowa Zone, Lubaga Division has promised to deal with the issue of drainage.
Nja kuyimira ku council nteeseza abantu bange ate ensonga esemberayo ddala ye ya kumonitalinga program za government. So program ngenda kubanga nzimonitalinga bulungi abantu bange basobola okufuna service.
Maria Dana Namiro, STV Select News.
From that report, Select News does continue because we have still a lot coming up on Select News tonight, only on STV. We shall go for a short break and we'll come back with business and sports. Still in the package.
You're watching STV Select for Fun.
The Electoral Commission has appointed the 21st of September to the 1st of October 2020 as the period of conducting nomination of candidates for Local Government Councils Election 2021. The nomination shall take place at the following venues during weekdays beginning at 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. on each of the appointed dates. The categories for nominations include district or city chairpersons and councillors. This will take place on the 21st of September to the 1st of October at district headquarters. Municipality or city division chairperson and councillors. These will be conducted on the 21st of September to the 1st of October at district headquarters. Sub-county, town/municipal division chairpersons and councillors. Nominations will be conducted on the 21st of September to the 1st of October at county headquarters. All persons aspiring to contest in the local government councils elections are urged to familiarize themselves with the requirements for nominations of each elective position nomination as outlined in the guidelines issued by the Electoral Commission. Aspiring candidates can collect copies of the nomination forms and guidelines from the District Electoral Commission offices in each district across the country, or obtain soft copies of forms and guidelines from the Electoral Commission website www.ec.or.ug.
Abalamuzi babagamba nti if the incumbent president frustrates all democratic means to leave power, temusibayo muntu n'omu ku treason. This is why Besigye is released. Museveni ekibi kyalina talina mawulire. Nawandika n'ekitabo kyange the role of which could have been a malicious society sapule njijjamu
noyingire sabo
katonda wa bujja nze katonda w'obujja bw'oba olaga eri sapule twegitwala omusajja omubbi bamujja ewuwe ewaka kabanga lyezi ne bamujja ewuwe ewaka yabadde mu ttooyi naye tebamukkiriza na tusanatayizi bamutadde buteesi mu piikaavu ba mu state house naye omukyayina bwe yawulidde nti ono bamukutte yeesize kiwi yayitiddeko yadduse ng'omuddugavu.
You're watching STV Select for Fun.
Well, I welcome you back from that commercial break. Now, in the business world, the world of money makers, but also this is a time where corporate organizations and SMEs have to pay critical attention. We're just going to be casting an eye real quick, Latifa, on the announced annual NSSF rate that was today announced at 10.75%. I don't know what you make of it, the fact that a lot has emerged in the NSSF. There's the National Social Security Fund, the Provident Fund that every employee does subscribe to or ought to subscribe to. The fact that the rate is down, that means not a lot of employees are going to be benefiting from their fund or the returns of their funds. And recently NSSF comes out making a report of why they would rather invest outside the country than inside the country, giving an excuse that Uganda does not have enough returns on the investments, the fact that our infrastructure is still a little bit backwards, looking at various regional developments. But when you look at the trajectories, from 15% in the financial year 2017-2018 down to 10% in this particular financial year 2020, that's 2019-2020. Yeah. There's a very huge disparity. I don't know, what do you make of it? How do you think it's going to leave majority of employees, but also our economy at large?
When we're looking at this conversation, the first question we should be asking ourselves is what caused this? What brought this? And
the pandemic
an answer,
in picture,
according,
exactly,
an answer according to Genesis was the pandemic and the economic slowdown, definitely. And our question is, we have seen that the pandemic has affected all the economies, but again, NSSF shouldn't use this as an excuse to say that they'd rather invest outside the country instead of inside the country. I think there's a better solution that NSSF can come up with instead of using the pandemic and what happened as a scapegoat in dealing with the economic letdown of the pandemic.
There are various economic factors that we bring to table to draw a comparison of how they ought to have performed and where the rate ought to be at this particular juncture. But we shall move on into our sports segment. Shouldn't we, Latifa?
We should, definitely.
All right, now moving on in the sports segment, that is in ARUA. Now renamed Aziz Damani Club to ARUA Hill Sport Club has sought club leadership from former Sports Club Villa and Cranes striker Hussein Mbalangu following a takeover and club name change last month.
After an 8-month sabbatical from club-level coaching duties, Hussein will make a return to club management after parting ways with former side Mogadishu City FC.
And more in sports as we'll take a look at that particular story that is still on your screens. We do have more in the world of sports. The Suarez made history last night with an assist and netting twice as Atletico Madrid trounced Uganda 6-1 in an empathetic match of football.
Now this happens following his expulsion from Barcelona. The 33-year-old came off the bench in the late minutes of the game to help Diego lead the 3 points. Now let's look at that story, the first one in ARUA, and then we'll be back.
Former Uganda Cranes and Sports Club Villa striker Hussein Mbalangu has been confirmed as the new ARUA Hill Sports Club head coach on a 2-year contract. Mbalangu will make a return to club management after taking an 8-month sabbatical from coaching at club level after parting ways with his former side Mogadishu City Football Club. Prior to his time in Somalia, he spent a season with regional league side Azam Football Club. Mbalangu's appointment follows a takeover and a name change for the club, previously known as Aziz Damani Football Club, earlier this month. Mbalangu will be assisted by former Express Football Club young team coach Joseph Chiwanuka, with both coaches expected to be unveiled by the club on Monday at Heritage Courts in ARUA. The 42-year-old had a successful stint with Mogadishu City, guiding the club to 2 league titles, 1 Somali Cup and 1 Super Cup in his 4-year stint at the club.
Well, as we come to a conclusion of Select News tonight, in most sports, NBA's Lakers did qualify for the first appearance. That's in basketball in Los Angeles. Of course, these various regions are coming up to qualify for the first appearance. The Lakers did qualify on the conference tournament on basketball. We did see LeBron James appear strong and crowned for that particular appearance, the very first appearance, as many teams are coming on board. Shouldn't we be coming to a conclusion of Select News?
We need to, at the end of the day, because if we don't stop, I'll be speaking about baseball really soon. You know that's my best sport. So as you chip in with NBA, I'll be chipping in with baseball.
What other sport do you do apart from baseball?
A little bit of netball, maybe, but I'm not a fan of netball that much.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we shall be coming to a closure of Select News tonight with those stories that we have for you tonight. Just keep it Ace TV, and Select News will be back tomorrow, same time, same place.
You're watching STV, Select for Fun.
Abalamuzi babagamba nti if the incumbent president frustrates all democratic means to leave power, temusibayo muntu n'omu kutwiza. This is why Besigye is released. Museveni ekibi kyalina talina mawulire. Nawandika n'ekitabo kyange, the role of which could have been a malicious society. Sapule njijjamu.
Noyingire sabo.
Katonda wa bujja. Nze Katonda w'obujja. Bw'oba olaga eri, sapule twegitwala. Omusajja omubbi bamujja ewuwe ewaka kabanga lyezi. Ne bamujja ewuwe ewaka yabadde mu ttooyi. Naye tebamukkiriza na tusanitize. Bamutadde butese mu piikaavu pa mu State House. Naye omukyayina bwe yawulidde nti ono bamukutte yeesize kiwi yayitiddeko yadduse ng'omuddugavu.
Business twambe otuyimira olunaku olwaleero waneeno ebusega.
Yogati ntunda ennaanansi byonna.
Bizinesi ya yogati ogigata otya ne muye ennaanansi bannange.
Babeera baagala okunywa amata, abanyumirwa okunywa ku yogati ne bakuuma omubiri ng'ogwange.
Nga kuva ku makya maze kutunda emitwalo 6. Zibula tudde.
Bannange ng'omusayi ng'okola nnyo nnyo.
Era kyevola bansanyuse.
MC Drago.
Byebyo kugande zino komodo zawano tubeera kaso.
Nze musiraamu w'Ennyamegaba.
Musiraamu w'Ennyamegaba.
Yeah.
Akabiina kalina kapapaala, kapapaala, akabiina ku kapapaala.
Patula chinyuma newe obudde. You have to sit. We care what's much about that. Wabula chimanyi ngeri kyenchikolamu. Ne persona wange ya mpala strength. Then nange ng'omuntu
Don't miss the free pass every Saturday on STV as we get the exclusive access.
Welcome back from that weekend. I'm very sure I really had a nice one like me. Oh my god, I really had fun. And before we say goodbye to September, it seems like the entertainment industry has more for us in its store. Don't forget you are watching the Ebas with me, your daily host, Happy Angel, right here on STV. So I really have a lot of stories that I'm going to be sharing with you today. And Chitawuse Wutawusi, I don't know how to explain this, but Chitawuse Wutawusi. And today we're definitely gonna start with Zari the Boss Lady. I'm very sure some of you are really tired of hearing this name, but then get to know that she is a socialite. She's a socialite, she's here to make news, she is here to celebrate life. So this lady just celebrated her 40th birthday last week, and oh my god, her party was one of a kind. You know, I've seen my black celebrate her birthday party, the Kabaka. Very many people have had very big parties as they celebrate their new ages. But with Zari the Boss Lady, they all wore white clothes, and this lady, oh my god, everything about her is really so supernatural. So Zari the Boss Lady, besides Omsaja Yavude now this guy called Frederick Nawom. Now there's a video that has been circulating around social media